Kickflip February is officially done, which feels great. For those of you who did not follow along, I did a kickflip every day in February, and I am a second-time beginner. The first time I really skated was back like in junior high, it was like 15 years ago. And now I'm in my mid-30s, and I'm trying to do it all again. Here's what I learned. The format was I would go in cold every day and try kickflips until I landed one. In general, I did get better over the month. I never got a first try, which I had hoped for, but that's okay. My first day was like 124 attempts, and by the end it averaged about 20 times. Sometimes I got it under 10. My lowest was 5, but there's a few things I learned along the way. The first being that measuring based on the number of attempts cold is a horrible way to gauge your improvement, because by the end I was definitely getting more comfortable with the motion. But that didn't always mean that it took me less attempts to land it cold. Some days the motion felt great. I felt like I was close often, but it just took a while to stick for whatever reason. The second lesson is in areas of improvement, my balance got a lot better over the month. During the first few days, that was almost the biggest challenge, is I'd stand there on the board and felt like I kept losing balance. Like it took me a while to get settled before I could attempt the kickflip. By the end, I felt like my balance was a lot better, a lot easier to get in those attempts quickly. The next biggest thing I learned, which was kind of a surprise, is honestly, I really only focused on doing kickflips during the month. I didn't do a lot of skating outside of that. So once I finished the kickflip challenge, so just in the last few days, I've been doing just a lot of skating in general. I'll just go out for 20, 30 minutes just in the backyard. I've got a couple ramps and a ledge and rail and stuff. And so I've been back doing more quarter pipe tricks, ledge tricks, things like that I'm not great at, but I noticed that things were a lot easier for me. I was getting kind of the rock to fakies, the rock and rolls, piece of cake. I even was getting axle stalls, which were really tricky for me before. Doing some backside nose slides, 50-50s on the ledge, like pretty much all the tricks that I had sort of been working towards before the kickflip challenge were a lot easier. Honestly, my biggest takeaway is getting better at tricks. There's a lot of tutorials, there's a lot of tips and videos on how to put your feet and how to do all things, and those certainly have a place, but nothing is gonna substitute for just spending time on the board. Whether you're trying one trick over, or whether you're just bumming around a park, or whether you're just whatever you're doing, just spending time on the board, that's where the nuance comes from. That's where you learn just kind of the little muscle memory tricks. That's where you develop your balance, your confidence, everything. So I still have a long ways to go, but after doing a kickflip every day in February, those are some of my big takeaways. So thanks everyone who followed along. I don't know if I'll do a challenge like this ever again. I'm sure I'll post tricks here and there just for fun, but thanks. See you later.